Look, today we're going to talk about shooting your shot. Probably wondering what that's all about. It's all about the end of the interview process and where most companies and a lot of candidates get it wrong. You see, when we get to the end of the interview process and it gets down to making a candidate an offer, what a lot of companies do is they try to play the cat and mouse game and go in with a lower offer than maybe they were thinking, knowing that they're going to have some flexibility on the top end of that offer and play the back and forth cat and mouse game with that candidate. Let me just tell you, the candidates hate that. It's stressful. They think that if they, ask for more money, that you're going to pull the offer. So what I coach my clients to do is when you get to the offer phase, shoot your shot on the very first offer. Go in with your best and final offer. And if you've conveyed that the best and final offer is going to come when the offer is rolled out, then the candidate won't be surprised if they try to negotiate with you and you say no. So it saves you a hell of a lot of time than trying to go back and forth with the candidate on a better offer. Now, candidates on the other side of that, when you're talking to a client and they ask you anything about compensation, or maybe even you should be forthcoming and let them know that you have a desired expectation that will allow you or enable you to leave your current company and go work for them. And the same goes for you. You have to shoot your shot on the first go around. Don't play cat and mouse with the company or the client either. What you need to do is you need to convey to the company, to the people you're interviewing with, that you've got a certain compensation range that you need to be in order to take that position. And the one thing that I coach candidates that we represent to do during this process is have a very narrow base salary range. So a lot of people, and I hear this all the time, what would it take for you to leave your current company and go to work for our client? They're like, well, I would like to see something between $110,000 and $140,000 a year. That is a huge gap. Now, granted, I understand you most likely want 140, but you might currently be making 100,000 or 105. So even if you get 110, 115, you're still getting around a 10% increase in pay. So what I recommend you do is go into the interview process with a smaller gap on that salary range and go in with something more to the effect of, I would need to be somewhere between $110,000 and $115,000 to accept this job. So now what you've done is you've shrunk the number to where it's not a huge number that's going to make the company you're wanting to go to work for kind of guess where you need to be. And really at the end of the day, over 20 years of recruiting, what I've always found is that companies want to be about in that mid-range of their posted salary. So if they say they're, looking to pay between 100 and 140, chances are their sweet spot's going to be somewhere in that $120,000 range. So again, for all the companies out there, all the candidates that are currently interviewing or, being headhunted by an awesome recruiter in your industry, shoot your shot on the first go around, stand firm on that, don't screw around, and don't play the cat and mouse game. I'm telling you, it will relieve so much stress toward the end of that interview process on both sides that you're going to thank me for it.